It is the improved production of race 3 for the VSCRC Auto Insurance. Luke, we had a cracking race 2. It's 1 victory to the RX7, 1 victory to the Senator, and Luke Gumbo incoming champion and state champion. But can someone spoil the party and bring up another victory for another manufacturer in race 3? Yes, so it is Butcher who will start out of third place. They did go the wrong way on setup this morning. The gap might have been a little bit damper than usual, softened it off. Might go the way they wanted to, and the guys ahead just sort of edged away slowly over the 8-lap distance. So we'll be paying attention to that Epilepsy Foundation BMW E36 out of P3. You will notice there will be a gap out of P5. That was where Adrian Taranto in the Audi S3 finished the last race, but turbo issues for that car was belching smoke in the pit lane on its return after that race too. So there's going to be a gap out of P5. Their weekend is unfortunately done. So that means there will be Matthew Logan will have nobody alongside him for the start of this race, but he will have David Cox just ahead of him in the VK DLL photography McPherson's Bendigo Commodore.
Yes, that was very lonely race. Coming back all the small journey, 40 minutes over to qualified third yesterday, and first this morning, all smiles down there, and they can't wait to get to race 3.
That's it. Well, they're making it a very, very quick formation lap. Mike Holloway downstairs has said that all the categories they need to pick up your formation laps and get yourselves going. The Hyundai XLs actually took quite a lot longer for their race 2 warm-up laps, so they've been given the hard word as well. They need to pick it up in the next event. But they actually betted on taking them out quite quickly and trying to get around to the grid in quick order. So the grid's going to be Cameron Van Dungen in the 40 Winks Hawthorn Mazda RX-7 on the pole. Alongside him, the champion-elect Luke Gumbo in the HSV Senator. Row 2, Andrew Butcher and David Cox. Keep an eye out for them. If they can get themselves in a position toward turn 1, they will challenge for that win. An absentee from row number 3 out of P5, Andrew Taranto not taking the start, but it will be Matthew Logan out of P6. Steve O'Neill and Paul Vorman had some good results as well. A couple of four-wheel drive monster for Steve O'Neill had a good race too. And Paul Vorman with his best finish of the season, P8. And then rounding in top 10 is David Rayburn. And a massive shout out to Val Tomic, no relation to the Super Bradinus player, but he charged all the way from the back to be inside the top 10 and the leader, and holds the lead in the under 2 litre category at present. So that category is not decided in terms of a club champion, but it will be after this race.
So there's still a few more cars to win up for the final race of 2018. What a year it has been. And of course, just around the corner, we've also got the Improved Luxury National coming to the tail of it. And of course, Matthew Behold, and Magic Matthew, we can't remember what Matthew Williams played in 2018. That was going to be back in there for 40 minutes, Hawthorn with an engine. He's on fire, ready to go. Looks like Haskins is just coming with Pearson. Wait for the launch there, into a green flag. He's having this, and here we go to green flag now. So all is in the winners are back in the grid. The final race of 2018 players is your Alloy Smart One, which is the race of that. Looks like it's Connor's going to take the ball away. Side by side with the Cox. Almost trying to needle for him.
It's Luke Gumbo coming out the other side of turn 1. Got the better secondary starts. The Van Dungen slots into second. David Cox got the good jump for third. Butcher just not too far behind in fourth. A couple of those four-wheel drive rocket ships starting to get some good traction off the line. They'll have a little bit better handling up the back end of the circuit. Steve O'Neill was on the inside for turn 1 as well. But as they come out of the southern loop, Luke Gumbo got about a dozen car lengths to Cameron Van Dungen, a little bit further back to David Cox. Under braking for turn number 4. It looks like it's Butcher having to defend on the inside there from the fast starting Logan.
So it goes on to 4th place.
So Butcher hangs on to his 4th place. So Matthew Logan 5th, Steve O'Neill there in 6th, David Rayburn and Paul Vorman 7th and 8th. And looks like it might be Val Tomic may have got himself up there into 9th. It's just a little bit hard to see. And I believe that is Tommy, and then hotly pursued there by potentially, it might be Steve Zorkas in P10.
So wait for them to come back in charge above the Lukey Heights for the first time. And it's Luke Gumbo in the lead ahead of Cameron Van Duncan for 40 Winks RXNL call for David Cox sitting very nice and fresh. Oh, here comes Butcher right down the inside. Here's
Great move, Butcher.
time.
Great move. Late on the brakes, and this is what we were expecting to see. Butcher going the wrong way with the setup in race 2, and it was this top 3 that was in race number 1 yesterday. It was Luke Gumbo, Cameron Van Duncan and Butcher, and they were only separated by 2.3 seconds at the flag. And now Butcher's going to set his sights on the back of that RX-7 as we come down to complete lap 1 of 9. It's your champion-elect, lights ablaze, in the lead.
So he's going to Logan behind Cox.
Actually, Brad White, that was Brad White goes on the outside. Paul gets the job done nicely and very, very early before turn 1. So Brad White up 1 place, Paul down to 9th. And it is Zorkas has actually come across the line ahead of Tommy as well. So a couple of 2 leader guys just on the brink of breaking into the top 10. But stations as they were for the top 2 and a change of position for the top 3. And the gap just starting to edge out a little bit now down towards turn 4.
Which will be very, very interesting. Said Cameron Van Duncan can hold out.
Yeah,
Look what's going on after what he this morning.
A little look on the inside there of David Cox by Logan for 4th and 5th, but pulled back into line. Couldn't quite get the job done down there at turn 4, so Cox hangs on for a little bit more. David Cox actually looking for, actually he's moved up overall in the state championship to 2nd place in the running overall. Matthew Logan looking on a charge at the moment in order to move up over and above Robert Braun for 3rd place overall, looking for an 8th place finish or better, and certainly in 5th place at the moment he will have enough points to move ahead in that particular state championship standings.
Will this be very, very interesting to see what kind of challenge Butcher can throw at Cameron Van Duncan, because we've got past David Cox at it, and Logan also had a big look at Cox head, wasn't able to do anything about it.
So they come.
Onto the main straight in lap number 2. Lights up blaze on his Holden HSV Senator. Regrets Gumbo. Boy, oh boy, what a year he has had. He's looking at a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, that's
David Milano.
Oh, turn number 1. They go. Right stern for the moment. A couple of Evos there, Steve O'Neill and David Rearburn just having a little bit of a tussle there, but they all slot back into line and get themselves sorted for turn number 1. Actually, O'Neill got a little bit wide at the exit turn 1. Might be slightly compromised for turn 2 if Rearburn can hang it around the outside, but should hold on. And coming out on the southern loop, looks like Rearburn actually may have actually slipped past as well. So he has. So David Rearburn, a change of position between the 2 Evos in the field. So O'Neill down 1, Rearburn up 1, and now now O'Neill coming under pressure from Brad White behind the Douglas Parade Motors VX Commodore.
I saw Casper's there also having a look on the twist at the moment. They're finding out the 12th and 13th at the moment. Unfortunately, Casper's couldn't get the job done on twist as the field starting to head up towards Lukey Heights.
Here they come for the 3rd time. And it's Luke Gumbo quite happily in the lead, just maintaining that gap at the moment. Cameron Van Duncan just not giving up just yet. Butcher not able to make any significant inroads at the moment, but the top 5 have just settled down. David Cox has pulled a little bit of a gap on Matthew Logan for the moment. Cameron Van Duncan actually a little bit closer this time around, not giving up hope of getting another one over the HSV Centre as they come across the line. The gap last time around was 1.2 seconds. This time it's less than that, it's only 9 tenths. So just chipping away is the Mazda RX-7 driver.
Laps. As you said, Westfield stream onto the main straight away.
Brad White making a move down the inside, Steve. Position, the 7th and 8th. Job done for Brad White. Next target for him will be David Rearburn in the other Evo, just a little bit further ahead. Paul Borman going through there with Steve Zorkas right behind him. He's not in 10th, they'll tell him up into 11th at the moment, and will be enough at this stage if he holds that position to secure honours in the club championship for under 2 litre category. That category not over and done with yet. At actual fact, Bryson Lloyd and Steve Zorkas only separated by 2 points at the moment, so Zorkas in hot pursuit of Bryson Lloyd, and at the moment the honours will go there if those positions stay where they are.
Yes, certainly will. As you sort of see, I think you'll see a quite a little crescent twist.
Waiting for them to emerge again over Lukey Heights, and here comes a number 25 GC Electrical HSV Senator. Had a few troubles earlier in the weekend. Luke Gretschkombo in that 25, a couple of muffler problems and a couple of split mufflers and a little bit of burning. So if you ever want to have a look at what they actually look like, it's a right royal mess down there in his pit box at the moment, or in his pit garage I should say. But he's being kept honest here by Cameron Vanderdungen in this Mazda RX-7. It's a fantastic battle. The horsepower down the straight to the Commodore, but the grip through the corners for the RX-7. The gap is just about what it was the last time around. It didn't change very much. It's still 9/10 of a second. Butcher a distant third at the moment, losing touch with the leading 2. Cox having to fend off down the main straight. Logan got a bit of a second wind on that particular lap. He's a lot closer than what he was before, but not close enough to make a move.